Hello, hello. Hi everybody, welcome once again to my house here in Johannesburg, South Africa. And today I'm here at my computer where I'm going to show you how I composed two pieces of music using more a construction method, maybe, where I had a blank canvas and I recorded lots of little things, and then I sat with all these colors, my palette, and I had my blank canvas. I'm running Pro Tools here, and then I just took every little thing and I placed it. I painted with these different colors. I just took the stuff and I painted it and I created something there. So before we even come back to look at this, let's go around my house and look at some of the objects that I recorded for my composition, the prayer flags of Ladakh, that you can find on my album Theory. And like I've said, Theory was an album that was really inspired from my trip with my wife to the Himalayas in India. Alright, so let's go take a look. Okay, here we are in my garden, and some other stuff that I used on Prayer Flags of Ladakh are these incredible chimes. Yeah, let's call them chimes. And they're made by an artist in the Groot Mariko. It's up north in South Africa, and it's a beautiful area. And unfortunately, I can't remember the artist's name, so I can't credit him, but all credit to him for this thing. I love it. It's super heavy, and I've taken it to gigs. I've nearly broken my back. But what it is basically, it's a pickaxe. You know, these things that you dig up holes and stuff. You took this off and just listen to the sound. I mean, it's really heavy. It's got this really heavy piece of metal in the middle. It's extremely beautiful. And what I love about it is it's really earthy. It's that's the type of stuff that I'm looking for always. Then he also made this. Look at this. I mean, if you're a percussion player, you have got so many opportunities, so many possibilities to find stuff and create your own chimes. Don't ever have to buy a set of chimes. These, you make your own. Look, listen to the sound. You know what this is? There's a rock there. There's a nail there. There's something else. I don't know what this is, but it's made up of all these incredible things, and it's hanging on a rock. This is a rock. It's just, I mean, this is from my planet. All right, so I'm going to go down to I've got some percussion down there as well. I've got in my garden. I've got like stuff like everywhere. So let me go down there. Hello, Luigi. Okay, so here we are under my lemon tree, and here's something else that I used on the preflags of Ladakh. This is something I got in my garden. This is a rake upside down. These are bed posts from an old bed, and that's a sugar bowl. But it's just got a beautiful sound for me. And there's another little sound design. All right, I hope you can hear all the bird sounds of Johannesburg. It's just, I'm living there in the city, but just listen to that. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so my friend threw this. This is out. This is from, it was from a table, metal, and then these little things as well. So I just hang it up here. This was in my garden, and listen to the sound of this. There's another sound that I used on the preflags of Ladakh. Okay, so here I am in my house. Come down you go, Luigi. My boy. Hey, my boy. I also want to show you the glue from the preflags of Ladakh. It's basically this bowl that just holds. There always has to be some sort of glue. I'll show you some other ideas just now of what you can use for glue when you create sound designs. But this sound you can hear, and it's loop. I've got it looping, and when I play it live, I've got this on a loop. It's the glue that just holds it together. Listen to that. And of course, you can swirl it inside. These are from Taiwan, these bowls. I mean, I've got so many bells and stuff here. Let's move it away. You can use, these are candlesticks. You can use, I bought these bells. These are monkey bells. Not monkey bells, these are bells from the monkey temple. I was in Varanasi, and I found these bells there, beautifully tuned. And I do a bass solo on my one tune, The Hurricane of Silence, where the band only plays, they play the bells. I'm always trying to find maybe different ideas to create that we can improvise on, that we can solo on. I've been collecting, oh, I love these things. I've been collecting toys for so long. I've used toys, and this thing is just full of different toys, and I use this in Sun Love to create like a baby sound. Anyway, my house is full of this stuff, but at the moment we're talking about the preflags of Ladakh. So let's move on to my cheese cutter. That was quite an important sound. All right, here I am with my cheese cutter. Look at this thing. I mean, it's massive. I've got two of them that my daughter found. I don't know where she found them, but she said, "Dad, you're gonna love it," and I did. And she said, "I know you're gonna do something with it, And I did. I recorded it. Listen to the sound of this. You can't even find this on the synth or anywhere. So this is an industrial cheese cutter. It turns in this machine, turns round like this and mixes the cheese or the milk or I don't know what. But just listen to the sound. I know these videos have to be short, but I could sit and play this thing for much longer than I'm going to demonstrate here. So let's move on to the next thing. Let's put it back here. Okay. So here we are in my kitchen, where I did find a lot of sounds for the prayer flags of Ladakh. And I must remember I recorded these soundscapes when my wife was sleeping, and it was in the middle of the night, nice and dark, and I sat here and I recorded all this stuff. And I put it all together. I'm going to show you how I put it all together. But I find stuff here in the kitchen. It's such amazing things. I mean, these are just measuring cups. But listen to the sound. I mean, you can use all these things in your music to create sound designs. But my favorite are these mixing bowls. Now, I've been playing mixing bowls for many, many years. I've become a mixing bowl specialist because I play them every time. I put them into the dishwasher. When I take them out, just before I measure my stuff, I always play them for some reason. I just love the sound of these things. You get the bigger ones. They're all of course different size mixing bowls. But my favorite one, I don't want to spend my time on these because this is the one. This is the real thing. This is what I really use in the prayer flags of Ladakh. But before I do show you what I did with it, I just want to play it a little bit because the sound of it. Now, what I actually did is I put water in it. Because water changes the pitch when you play it, alright? So let's put some water in this. And just take a listen if you can hear this. And that is what you hear in the prayer flags of Ladakh. Okay, till the next scene. And of course, the Buddhist symbols that I got in Ladakh play quite an important role in this composition. I bought these symbols in Leh, in the town in the province of Ladakh in northern India, up on the Himalayas mountains. It's like a Buddhist refugee center. People, the Buddhists that fled from Tibet, and they hand beat these things. I mean, just look at that. Look how gorgeous that looks. It's so I only managed to bring back 4 because I just couldn't bring back any more. It became too heavy. But the sound. So I went to a tea ceremony. And they were playing these things. These things are so loud, so I'm not going to hit them so loud. But it's I mean, that sound. If you have to stand here where I'm standing, it's just amazing. And of course, just to play them. can hear, it's just on another level. The sound of these. In a lot of other things that I used. When we take a look, you can hear this. This is just a metal sheet that I discovered somewhere. And of course, whispering. Sia Makuzeni is whispering on this as well. And we single something in the end. Of course, I use my Mombelli button box to create soundscapes. You're going to hear this. All these little things on the prayer flags of Ladakh. So let's put it all together now. Okay, so here we are, back at my Pro Tools, and I've recorded all these little pieces here, and I've placed them. I had a blank canvas, it was just like this, and then I started placing pieces on, starting with the drones. I had this drone. That drone from that big bell, that was my glue. And on top of that, I started building things. What I also did is I recorded my bass and I reversed it. So I made little, using my e-bow. Let's see what this is here. Alright, so that features quite prominently, my electric bass, and I've got Sia that sings some stuff. And I chopped her up. Emma, get up. She says something about get up. All right, I've got the that water bowl that I showed you. Here it is here. Let's just see what this is. Those are the symbols. So I've got springs in here. I've got the water bowls. Let's listen to this a little bit from the top. And then you can hear the entire track, the finished track. So this is not finished. This is not finished. Space here now, a lot of space. Those things I put in, but I didn't like them, so I deleted. That's the thing, you start off with a lot, and the idea is to work in the negative, is to take away instead of adding. Always start with a lot, and then you take it away. Still going. All right, so sorry for the little pause there, but I just had to vinyl my scissors, and I'm going to end off telling you about a similar piece that I did as the Prayer Flags of Ladakh. So found on my album Stories that I recorded in Switzerland, and I composed a piece of music there called Dreaming in the Barber's Chair. It's a piece that I composed on piano, and then I gave it to cello and trombone. But I wanted to have the idea of you dreaming. You basically dreaming. You're sitting in the barber's chair, and you're hearing the scissors snipping around you, but you're not really listening to it. And then you start going into you start visualizing rhythms with the scissors. I was in a serious car accident here in Johannesburg, and they put me in. I broke my sternum. The seatbelt broke my sternum, snapped it, and I couldn't breathe. And they had me in hospital, and they had these little pace things, these little things to monitor my heart. And I was lying there, and there was this thing going beep, 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 beep. And I discovered that I'm lying there. And when I started to play these things, every time I touched one of them, it went beep. So I started to play these incredible rhythms. Beep, pop, beep, 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 pop, 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 pop. Of course, I drove the nurses crazy. But I realized that all these scissors have got different pitch. This one is different to this one, to this one, to this one. Well, I collected a whole bunch of scissors, and then I recorded them, each one individually, and then I had my blank canvas, and I started placing them on my canvas, and I chopped them up. I chopped them up very rhythmically, that in the end I ended up having a really nice groove about it. I mean, listen to that one. I even put a triplet in there. This one, just with the scissors. So I chopped them up. Really, I placed them in the spaces that I want, and then I started condensing them, making them very, very square, that I can get these grooves going. Listen to that. Those are just scissors. So this is another way I've gone about composing quite a number of my pieces as well, is that I will collect sounds and ideas. I did that with on one of my pieces. I did that with my whole band. I made them sing me Sydney Manisi, play me a few things on your horn. Sia, sing me some things. Marcus, go. And then I took all the stuff and I created I had my palette of all my colors, and then I painted on Pro Tools. I painted this picture. That piece is, if you take a listen to it, it's called what is it called? The Rites of Springs. The Rites of Springs, not springs, springs. Where I'm using springs and I'm chopping up springs. And it came out pretty crazy. And that's on my album, I Stared Into My Head. And I'm going to leave you with that. Because you've been staring into my head here, this whole session, how I go about and do things. So, peace and love on the planet, everybody, and I hope you've learnt, seen a little bit insight into how I go about on my snippets and my tidbits. Until next time. Luigi. Hey, my boy. How are you? This is Luigi. This is the dog that you sometimes hear in my videos. I'd just like to end off this little session, and I hope you enjoyed it. I just want to show you basically my book, that all the stuff that I show you, my compositions, are found in a book. I put them all in a book called Pulses in the Center of Silence, and with beautiful scores of the full lead sheets, full scores, and solo bass pieces. And I've put together a little bit of my approach on how I see music, things that are important to me. So I've got 5 chapters that I've written up front. The first chapter, the elements, which I feel are tone, time, taste, ears, and technique. And I speak about each of the elements. And then chapter 2, the 4 P's, passion, practice, perseverance, and passion, the journey to the elements. Chapter 3, composition and improvisation, my approach. I write about it, how I feel about it. And then originality, chapter 4. I really feel everyone is an original. And I'll give you an insight to how I feel about that. And then chapter 5, learning and teaching. I mean, can creativity be taught, etc. And so there's quite a. I hope it's going to be an inspirational bit of writing for you. And then you have all the compositions, and this you can get from real African publishers, Johannesburg-based publishing company, and see below for the link and the website for that. Until next time, peace and love, everyone.